How's everybody doing? Well, I'm back with an update for you guys. Been still working on my Death Guard stuff. I did the No Fear box set, and then I picked up these little Plague Marines, the little quick pick Plague Marines. See if I can't get that in there for you guys. And I've been working on them. Still really enjoying them. They're really fun to paint. I get lost in time and painting. My weather's starting to warm up, so I was kind of wanting to get these Plague Marines finished off, so that way when the weather actually turns better, I can go back to doing some automotive stuff. Get some paint on some stuff and what have you. Be able to get back out in the garage and shoot some color. But since my last video, I've gotten 2 more done. And then I got 2 left. And then I'll update you guys on some other stuff real quick. But I finished this guy off last week. Let's see if we can't move. Oop, charger cord. See if we can't. The way I work behind the camera. And then, so I got this guy done. I don't remember if I shared this one with you guys yet. A lot of skull detail in this one shoulder blade. Man, I'm finding the use of this riser rust corrosive Tisif corrosion is working great for some rusting spots, and like right here on this burnt exhaust stuff. It's a Citadel technical paint, and man, it just been working like a charm. In this on the tail, I think this is how I want to do some of my Tyranids. I bought the 5-pack of Tyranids, Termagants, so I want to get those in there. And then I've done some little polka dots. I don't know if we'll be able to focus in on that. I did some polka dots or whatnot on the tentacles there, and I made it look like the tentacles are engulfing this blade back here too. Let me do something real quick, guys. I'm not getting a great picture on my end. Alright, let's see what we got there. There it goes. And then some of the tentacle growth throughout his body. I dropped a little bit of super glue right there, and so to hide it, I used what's called Blood for the Blood God color. It's a really thick, transparent red, and actually looked like the blood. You know, maybe somebody was wounded. It came over the top of those skulls or what have you. And then I finished this guy today. Did some highlighting to it and some rust, and I used some of the riser rust up here on some of his battle armor, make it look like he has some rust. And man, I really took the time and did the gun, and man, that just came out great. And then his backpack, I really like some of the backpack, and there's his tentacles coming out there. Let me get up in there. I custom added that skull. Supposed to be what's called Plague Grenade. And what I did is, it was supposed to be dangling off of another soldier down this way, around his back, like you can see on this guy's leg, how it is, and it broke off. So what I did is I glued it to his backpack and made it look like, you know, just like an ornament per se. Now, like I said, the bases are all custom made. I've said that before, and I've added the Citadel skulls and detailing and whatnot. These are the next 2 that I gotta do. You can see I put a new barrel in this gun. I put a new barrel in all the guns. This right here is the Lord of Contagious. And he's got a lot of work. Let's see, he's got a lot of detailing to be done on it. But I think I'll start working on him later tonight and try to get him finished off next week. And then I want to get him finished off. But talking with my buddy Craig Randall from the Bits Box, over there from UK, you guys can check him out over here. He's been showing me a bunch of parts and stuff that he has listed, and looking through there, and when talking, he's got some sprues of some Space Marines, or some Plague Marines, he's going to share with me, and once we get those, I'll share to you guys with what Craig sent. But if you go and look, you guys being automotive builders, some of you guys on here build the rat rods, some of you guys on here build the post-apocalypse. Go over there and take a look at Craig's page. Craig's also got a YouTube page. You can find him on Twitter and some stuff like that. Go over there and check out some of the stuff that he has. Dude, because there's weapons, like if you look at this size weapon here on this guy here, this right here would be a Blight launcher, a Blight, there it goes, and you know, you look at the size of it, come on, and you can size that up pretty decent. Like here's my finger, and if it'll focus, that gun right there could be, you know, you could dissect this gun. Come on. You can dissect this gun a little bit, and you know, you can build your post-apocalyptic vehicles, maybe Death Race, you know, like the movie where they're racing inside the prison. You can use some of the weapons that Craig offers. Instead of buying a whole kit like this, you can pick up and you can add these to some vehicles to make like a Warbound car, Mad Max car, Death Race, post-apocalyptic. Craig, instead of you buying a whole set of figures, you can just go there and pick out the pieces you want. Look at this axe. Now look how big this axe is. So it's about as big as my thumb. Can you imagine if you bought one or two of these, if they were available on Craig's site? Let's see if it will focus in there. See all the gears, all the gadgets, little skull on it and everything. You can have this glued on to the front of the grill or to the sides of the fender. You know, it's just cutting stuff up as it's running through. You got this chain grenade looking thing with all the spikes, and this right here is supposed to be smoke. You know, you got this one here laying here like that. He's got the Lord of Contagion figure. It is in some sets, but he every now and then it will be up on his site for like $8, $9. It's up on eBay for $8 or $9. But if you look over, you know, we're model car builders. We can scratch build stuff. We can integrate stuff. See this little skull hanging here, broken down. These are the little skulls that I've used across the bases. You know, you can use it from dangling from a mirror, from an antenna. But look at these little spiked ball grenades. You can have those perched on a car. These horns. Look at this big old horn here. You know, you can have it perched. You know, some of us make our own resin pieces. You know, we can mold it. Say you pick this Lord of Contagion up just to dissect him. We can cut the bone off there. That way it would still have a base and let me see, focus. It will still have a base and everything. You can cut it off, cast it, and then you can have a car with a bunch of horns all over it. This icon piece, look at the different skulls it has in there. You know, it has... that would be so cool, you know, setting on someone's hood ornament. Can you imagine that being where the Monte Carlo emblem or Cadillac emblem supposed to be setting? You know what I mean? And you know, the thing is full of detail throughout where you could just cut and dissect stuff up. Here's another blade right there on the top of his knee. See if you can't see that, you know. So the Bits box offers more than just stuff for the miniature guys. It could also be for, you know, some of us car builders and stuff out there. Here's another guy I haven't done yet. You can see here's right here, you know, some stuff like this you'd have to do more work to get it out to be able to use it. But the head is separate. You know, you can just use the head as a gimmick on there, you know, and you got, like I said, the blight grenades right here, you know, and you got, you know, all these little spiky bits right here off the top of the backpack. And then there's a lot of other factions. These right here would be Death Guard Plague Marines. You know, hello everybody that's just now joining in. To recap, I just finished this guy today. And you can see how much neat stuff that is on here that you guys can, you know, collect from Craig over there at the Bits box and add over into the car hobby stuff. With that being said, guys, I'm having a lot of fun, and these are addictive. Just to sit down and just paint. I know you have to build them too, but there's not as much building and body work and all that going into it like a car build would. But sometimes you just get burned out, and I've really been enjoying just sitting down and getting to paint through these winter months. When I can't really get out there and do primer and body work. The heat, if I can't paint outside, I try to paint in the garage, and then, you know, it brings the smells into the house and stuff. I sold a Model 2 styrene sled. You guys seen his video? He posted up yesterday. If you guys hadn't seen it yet, go check it out. So I went and treated myself to these Plague Marines. There's only 7 in here. But there's 14 versions, so I'm gonna build this first set the way I want, and with what's left with what is left out of the extra bits, I'm gonna try to buy just. I already know there's only 7 sets of legs and 7 torsos, but then there's a bunch of different chest pieces, a bunch of different heads, and some different weapon options. I would like to build all 14 versions of these instead of just the 7, but I don't want to go out and buy another box of 7 because these ain't very cheap here in the US. Almost 60 bucks for this box of 7. But I also went today and got dude, it's addictive, dude. I went and got some more I went and got some more wooden bases and picked up a big pack of cork. I was just getting a small cork, and I didn't think I was going to use it enough. There's a small pack for $5 that's just 4 things, which totals out to be 1 pad here. And I should have just stopped goofing off and bought this whole package, because it's huge, and it's still got 4 pads in it for the same price. So I kind of screwed up there, but this is what I use to make the bases and the walls and stuff and the rocks outside the litter. But yeah, man, I've been having fun. Just want to give you guys a quick update. I have been, when, you know, I was waiting for a dull coat to dry or whatnot, I've still been working a little bit on the rabbit. It's starting to warm up. It's in the 50s today. It's starting to warm up, so I'm getting close where I can go out and put a clear coat on the interior of the engine bay and paint the engine and whatnot. And this right here is getting close to being done. I don't know why the decals are out of the box, but I was trying to pick a decal that I thought would fit with it. I don't really like any of these license plates. I'm gonna have to get my Revilla Germany kit out and see what German plates they have. But I do like this. It has a big D in it. Too bad I couldn't find one that had I can actually do my initials, DSI, but I didn't know, you know, maybe right here down the window. Yeah, I seen that, John, not to get off topic, but I seen where you guys were getting some hellacious blizzards and snows. Stan Cooley, if you guys don't know who Stan is, he's been posting pictures and walking his dog during a blizzard, so I know you guys over in the UK are getting hammered with some bad weather coming through. I don't know, did I update you guys and show you that the interior was done in this? I think I did. Yeah, I know John is working on, or John Sharpie over there at Sharpie Models picked up him some new Games Workshop kits the other day. Josh just shared that he picked up, he got a pretty good deal. He got 2 or 3 kits. He went to his local store. He got 2 or 3 kits super cheap. I want to see, he got the Age of Sigmar. On the Age of Sigmar starter set, you got what is called Stormcasters. They're basically armor, suited up stuff. But on the other side, I think they got Khorne. And Khorne, they support the Blood God. They're kind of like branded through their chest and stuff. They're like, they're still human based. These right here are all like mutated. His faction that's in that starter set, they're called Blood Reavers or something like that. And yeah, John, I just bought the Tyranid Termagants, whatever these guys are, and I just bought the little small 5-pack for $10. I was hoping some of the cost of the Games Workshop stuff would go down, but here in the US they haven't yet. $50 for this, and then after taxes it was like $56. Some people would be like, why $50 for 7 figures? But let me show you. I want to get these other ones built before, I want to get these other 2 here done before I start building these guys. But look at all the detail and all the pieces. Look at this guy's face. Look how detailed that is. It's got the broken shield. It's got his teeth coming out. Look at the sword. See what I was telling you guys about weapons that you can pick up from the bits box. The gun on these kits here are separate. You have to add them to the arms. So like if you went to the bits box and you wanted to put some firepower into the car, a lot of your guns are going to be hands free. Well, they have a hand in there. That's a lot easy to clean up. Plus, with us car builders, we can manipulate that into something in the body of the car. And then, like, yeah, this chain skull hanging, you know, and look at the details on that skull. And then right here's another weapons backpack. You can actually manipulate this and make it look like a damn flamethrower or something, you know what I mean? And it's just, look at these spikes. And this is why I wanted this set. Guys, I don't play the game, so basically these rules and stuff are useless to me, but it tells you what all you can do, you know, and all the rules and stuff. A lot of these guys are paying, buying the figures. There's a lot of these already built on eBay. They're primered, some are painted, but I didn't want to take away the enjoyment of painting them, dissecting them and stuff like that. I'd rather do it in fresh plastic. That's why I've always tried to tell you guys, don't do body work on stuff that you've already painted. Either strip it or start another kit. For me, I think you get cleaner work and better work when you start with fresh plastic. So I picked these up. And you can see how this one figure here is going to have 2 chest plates, but there's only one body for that chest plate. So once I build these, decide which options of these I want to build, I want to find just some bodies to do the second version without buying the whole kit. And it's just loaded. Look at this big axe here on this guy. And these kits are just loaded with extra details. The skull's wrapped around that tentacle there. These are going to be so fun to paint. And that's why I wanted these, is just to sit down and have some painting enjoyment and what have you. Look at that axe, John. That dude right there is a beast. And there's some neat, I wish our automotive builds, like I said before, could get this detailed. This little piece here is about just over my first knuckle on my pinky. And look how much detail is that. Why can't we get detailed carburetors, detailed transmissions and stuff like that? You know, when we're building our cars, one of the plainest items, some of our plainest items is exhaust. It's like they just give us a stick with the muffler in it. We don't get no muffler clamps, no hangers, you know, nothing like that. And it'd be neat if we could start getting, if, you know, we're paying $30-40 from Revell for a car kit, you know, we wish we could get great details like this, you know, better looking tacks, more into scale stuff. But that's just me ranting. There's all different kinds of weapons. Look at this one sprue here, guys. You got this kind of pistol. You got this small pistol. You got this pistol. You got this blight gun. Then you got like this Uzi gun. You got this right here, like an axe type thing. Wow, that's cool. Look, he's actually got 2 hands pulling the pin on the blight grenade. You know, it's just some stuff like that. So I got plenty here to keep me busy. I just like to keep you guys updated and what have you, and share with you what I've been doing. I'll get some finished pictures of this miniature here up over at the Unified Wargamers page that Nick Beer has, and the Underdog painting community that Baza runs. Could you imagine an handheld grenade launcher, from how John explains it? 40mm automatic, just going at you. Now these are all plastic. John has let me know, and some of the other Warhammer builders have, you know, they've shared that some of this stuff used to be in the white metal. I wouldn't know how the details would end up per se, but these plastic ones are beautiful, and they're loaded with detail. And what's sad is I'm building a pretty stacked army from what the guy at Games Workshop said, and I'm not even interested in putting these on the table. I just want to paint them. So we all have, and that's one of the things you can see when you get into the Warhammer book. When you open up the Warhammer book, and it says there's three ways to do the Warhammer Citadel miniatures. You can collect them, paint them, or play them. You know, you don't have to. There's some of these guys that just build these and leave them gray. They just like to collect them just in the raw. There's players that only play them in the raw. They don't have the interest to paint them. for whatever reason. But there is some, I mean, look at this chest plate. Look at this chest piece here. Looks like this demon is coming out through the metal. That's just righteous right there. Now that goes on a backpack. You know. And let's see some of the other heads. I want to look at some of the other heads. This right here, this guy here could be a fly. Look at that. That is tight. Oh yeah, look, there's the fly emblem. A lot of the Nurgle stuff has flies. There's a fly emblem on this power claw. Look how big that power claw is, John. That's almost the size of my thumb. I have one guy I've built already has a power claw. And it's pretty large also. John made a comment. Yeah, now John made the comment about the Terminator Marines. That gun is almost as big as the player himself, as the figure himself. It's like if this right here was the Terminator, his gun is like huge, like this big, and it's got a great big old belt over to his backpack that supplies weapons. He gonna hurt you. I'll tell you that. He's gonna hurt you. Well, guys, I rumbled on for about a half hour. I thank you for stopping by, checking in and seeing what I got going on. As soon as the weather pulls, I'll be back out in the garage painting clear coat. I miss the smell of it. I miss taping and building. But this right here this right here kept me busy all winter long. And it kept me from starting projects, just to waste time, and they never get built. But I will be back to the car stuff, and just something I got interested in. Some of you other guys have some different hobbies, like our buddy Joe. He does, he plays in a band. A couple of you other guys do some other stuff on the outside, outside of modeling. It was just, I just got into these miniatures, man, and I'm really enjoying it. Hello, Tom. I hope you are recovering well. Our buddy over there from Woods Chopper Hollow Custom Painting Cars, guys, had 2 eye surgeries this month. So we're hoping he's doing well. I hadn't had a chance. Tom. Tom picked up a car, and I got the same car. And he didn't necessarily call me out, or challenge me. He just wants to see me build it as he's building his. These little Russian Terabants. And you know, they're a nasty looking little car. Tom has built a hood scoop on his. It's looking, I think I did that wrong. No, I did that right. He's got, Tom's got his already set up with the hood scoop and some wheels. At one point, the wheel wells were cut out of this one. Was going to make it a gasser, and in order for me to do that, any motor I tried to put in, I was going to have to cut all this out, and then it was leaving me with no dash. So I rethought it. I like the way Tom's is set up. More pro touring. I might do mine a little bit of a ricer kind of look. What we call ricers anyway. Here, I'll just mock it up with these that I got for the VW. Oop. 14-inch Pro Streeted. Oh, little shit's falling apart. I don't know. We'll figure something out. So maybe a turbo Honda in here. Vision 124 he sent me some motors over the winter. Maybe I'll put a little Honda motor in there. Let's see. I'll pull the stand down. Tom's is setting on some really good looking wheels. He's got a hood scoop, like I said, an off-centered hood scoop. You guys can check out his pictures over there on Facebook if you guys follow Tom. Hope you get well soon, Tom. Fellas, I'm gonna get on out of here. Get some stuff cleaned up. Kids home soon, so my time is limited. Sorry for the late afternoon video. You guys have a great day. This is Minnie. You know what? That would be so sick, John. We'll probably have to check Shapeways or something. But right now, all the bikes are 112. There's not really a whole lot of custom bikes. Even the Haler and Aeroflex motorcycles, the motors lack a lot of detail. They're just like a block of plastic. Here's the one I built as a street bike. Basically, here's the one I built as a street bike, and all they do is basically give you a block that fits in there, very little detailed, and then the exhaust. And that's about it, The damn Tom, the bike's almost as big as the little car. And these right here are the well, they were sold by Heller and Aeroflex. Both were the exact same kits. But they're kind of getting a little bit harder to find now, at least in my parts of the world. Really liked this bike build. I lowered it a little bit, so give it that little custom look instead of setting up high like the race bikes do. Then this whole shell, when you guys get the bike itself, this whole shell is clear. So what I done is I taped off a windshield and I taped off a headlight, and then I just painted, painted everything. And then I added what they call here Euro blinkers. Yeah, yes, I painted this. What I did is I built Wizard. If you guys don't follow Wizard, go check him out. Me and John was talking about the Tyranids. He's done a whole army. Wizard has just finished up a whole army of these Tyranid stuff, and he's got all kinds of different species within his army. You guys need to check it out. You want to talk about some beautiful colors all coming together in a really nice army. I built this first. I built this Mustang first. And it was a kit that I got from Revell. The box was damaged. I bought it at a discount from a local hobby shop. The back pillars, if you guys know how this Mustang kit is, the back pillars were broke. The back pillars were broke. So I made it a convertible. I made all this right here. It's got one of my custom made Mr. Mini Dreams plaques. They're holding 2 9mm, if you guys can't see that. And this is Photo Etch. I had a company make these for me. I wish Detail Junkies was still in business, but unluckily he had to close up shop, focus on his family and whatnot. But before he left, I was able to get some of these. Then what I did, Wizard, was I painted the whole thing silver. I ripped pieces of tape off on my table, then I laid them down, then I painted the purple, and then I ghosted black. I just held the model this way, and then I just ghosted it black, and it gave it that fade. And then all my automotive builds that I use, guys, they're all painted with real automotive paint, just like you would do if your car needed to be repaired at an auto body shop. I use a product called Nason Automotive Clear, and then I use PPG paints and stuff. Like right here is my DuPont Chroma base. Was supposed to be for Volkswagen, and you guys seen me put it on the little Sunny pickup we just built for ScaledWorld.net. You guys can check out those pictures there at ScaledWorld.net. And if you're in the New Jersey area, within the next couple months, it'll be at some shows you guys can see. So you guys can see I still have my passion for the automotive stuff. It's just I've gotten on the kick of these miniatures because I get so involved in doing body work. This right here, it's got a full-blown body kit. The motor is fully detailed and all done. Custom tail lights, and like I was saying, some of our exhausts lack so much detail, it's just plain. That if we could get the detail in some of our builds that Games Workshop do to some of their kits. On this one here, I did a custom front bumper, custom grills, custom wheels, made the hood, even though because it does have a hood scoop, I went ahead and opened it up so it can breathe instead of just being a hood scoop on a car. It's actually opened up and actually goes all the way through. Then it just was a fun build to do. All the interiors done, flocked, photo etched, all that. But working on these over this winter, man, I ain't gonna lie, I've been addicted. I really enjoy them. I found some great channels. Had great support from other builders like John over there at Sharpie Models, Wizard. The stuff that Wizard does over there on his channel is great. I might, Eric, I'll have to check later today. I just got a knock on the door, fellas, so I'm going to have to scoot. You guys have a great day. Hope you guys get to enjoy other aspects of the hobby. Don't burn yourself out. Just take a break, and I think that's all I've done is just taking a break. Yeah, I got 7 more to work on, and I got more interest in the miniature side. But I'll be back to my automotive stuff, and then what I'm planning on doing once I get these Death Guard done is maybe build a car model, then go back to figure model, and take my time, and that way hopefully I can progress doing better on both my automotive builds and my figure. So thanks for spending about an hour with me, guys. Check out each other's channels if you guys have time. Please keep the hobby moving forward. We already got too much stress in the world. We don't need the stress over here in our plastic community. So this is Minnie. I'm done. See you guys later.